Hello there, and welcome back to Grim Dawn. I am Photius, and we are still continuing through with our Bone Harvest caster, focusing on vitality damage. In today's episode, I think I am going to first of all show some just brief kind of totem farming strategies. It shouldn't take long. I'll just do 2 or 3 totems, and then we'll move on through the rest of the game. We just have to get to Fort Icon and head to kill the Logorian. Ideally, we want to try to get a little higher resist if we can. We have enough. We're probably fine. Our armor's not great. We probably could use some of their armor items or some upgrades there. We found some decent items last time around, but it's really not enough yet to get what we need. We might go check to see if we can get another one of these amulets, because an amulet like this with some, let's see, do we need elemental? Not so much. Pierce, we can sacrifice that. Poison acid, we could use more of that. So something with like poison acid chaos would work really well for this particular type of amulet, especially the one to all necromancer skills. But for the time being, let's go do a couple totem runs. So some places I like to run in Ultimate primarily is Burridge Village is one good one. We'll see if we can get one of the totems here. So the totems in this location are going to spawn. Sometimes one can spawn down here, so you might check that real quick. One spawns back here. One spawns up here. And the other spawns... Did we not go by that location? Well, the other spawns another location, but here's how I kind of like to go about doing this. First, I check up here. These guys are too low level, so I'm not really going to worry about killing them. Okay, so we got the spawn here. The other one that can be up the street, I'll just show that location since I didn't have it on my map, is going to be up here. With the leap, we can get there pretty quick. This right here is another total location, and the other one is over by the docks, past the house, like the big house at the back that has like the harbor notes. There is a little house here, and this is little like forest clearing. That's where that one appears. But the first one being back here in the little swamp area behind the first house up the road. This is a good one to hit. Now again, I'm going to hit this. I don't think it's going to scale to my level. No. So we're going to clear this really fast. And it's not going to drop much of anything. Like, we're going to get like level 20 items out of it. It's not really worth it. Yeah, some Explorer's Footpads, woo, and a Slithbane there. The other stuff is not going to be worth bothering out. Funny thing is, that's a Bone Harvest medal. I'll just pick that up to sell it. It's not cool. But that's one area I like to hit. If you get lucky, there can be a totem in here, which you can see from the doorway. So we'll pop in, and I think I haven't explored it, so it may not show it. You may have to explore it the first time to see. So a totem can spawn right here. Obviously it did not. Another location that either... like, it tends to have something good in this other location. Just want to make sure I'm not, like, attacked right off the bat. I'm not. Okay. So up here... so this is where the shrine was. There is a house over here that has a down place and a down place here. These lead to the same place. That place can sometimes have a totem in it as well. I think that totem is shared with the one out on... I forget the name of the island. There's a little secret island thing you can get to. We'll probably go there in Elite or Ultimate, and I can show that off a little bit more. So the next place I like to go to is Twin Falls. Now, if you go through the Pine Barrens, you'll come around... where is it? You'll come around this side of the map by Tyrant's Hold, and there's a little area here that's probably one of the better areas to farm experience for Burwitch. It's strange, or not. Is it Burwitch? No. Devil's Crossing. It's probably as good as you're gonna get. There's a guy there who has a very unique like weapon, like a gun, good for certain builds. But basically, you can fix the bridge from that side. So you could run across the bridge, and there's at least one totem up there. There can be a celestial totem there. You gotta be careful with those. The celestial enemies are probably the most dangerous. But as you can see from this portal, this one's one you can see. I see on my map, I got a totem. It's probably over here. It would actually show on my map if I could see it. One spawns here, one spawns here, and the other spawns right up. Let me see if I've got this right in here. So you can see this one and this one from the map. We see it over on the right, so it's over here. Now, if we didn't see either of those, we know it's in the back corner. So, process elimination, easy peasy. Clear these guys out. I think these guys are still like 40-ish. Yeah, they're 40. So, they will get things closer to our level. If you really want level 40 sets, you can do it this way. Again, I don't really recommend trying to farm low-level sets. You'll get them easy enough just playing different characters. The only items I find that are difficult to get are level 65 items, because there's not really a good place to get them. But who cares? So I've got Fanatic's Overcoat. Interesting, has a good bit of chaos resist on it. I'm just going to pick it up. I don't think I'm going to use it. And then this metal comes with Bone Harvest, so that's real nice. And nothing else here. That's caster armor. These have soul warding. These also are resistance boots. They're remarkably okay. Not great. Let me check my run speed. I'm 10 over on run speed, so I could sacrifice that. Aether resist. The boots don't give it. I've got to get a bit of bleed resist. That's actually a pretty viable upgrade. I'm just going to have to replace the acid thing on these boots, but we've been looking for an upgrade. We have to consider we're going to lose our trap resist, which is at 80%. So we don't lose all of it. We're going to lose a good chunk of it, though. And that matters for things pinning you down. So I may swap to that. But that's Twin Falls. Wood Grove's not too bad either. Because often from the portal you can see the locations. Not always, though. This one's a little trickier to kind of suss out. So I actually don't see any totems here. So you can kind of run down to Restored Shrine here. That'll usually pop up a couple of totems that you can see. Or you can run left. And, oh, I actually see one from there. So you can, so now that's a good show. I can see that Void Touch totem over there. So I know one's there. I am going to go check the vendor again. Get these guys out of the way. And go for that totem. Now, a totem can spawn out at the little, quote-unquote, secret island down there. Doesn't always. So we're going to go. We just got a few levels left. We're going to go 1, 2, and 1. And I am going to raise this all the way. We're going to go ahead and get that. I do need the extra range of the aura. But that's fine.
I'll give you a good price.
So he's got two other bone sides here that are good damage. Because their piercing conversion is a little low, I don't think I'm worried about this. This one has cast speed, though. That's pretty tempting. Pretty tempting indeed. 26,000. We're going to buy this one because it's got cast speed. So this has Decaying of Celerity, which I was talking about earlier. So it probably will give a lot more damage just because of the cast speed. So that's pretty good. The actual damage, the actual damage of Bone Harvest is going down. But it is giving us a little bit of cast speed to work with. And it's giving offensive ability. It's giving a little bit more offensive ability than we have. I might go ahead and go with this. There was a reason I wasn't, and that's the conversion. Yeah, so we're losing a little bit of conversion. That's the problem. But at this early point in the game, it's not a big deal. I may go ahead and swap to that. But I lose this chaos resist I've got from the weapon, so I need to go fix that before I do anything else. I'll do that just because I like to have a little bit of cast speed. Just makes things a little snappier. It's a little faster. We basically destroy our one, we keep the add-on. But yeah, Decaying of Celerity, that's pretty solid. May not be the absolute best. I think in the final build I had the superior, because adding all that flat damage is really nice. So back to Blood Grove. We're going to go do that totem over there. Mostly so I got a hunch the other totem spawned right near it too, so I can kind of show that. But you can sneak up there this way. These guys are always here. Just clear them out real quick. And there's usually guys kind of left of the totem, like left and above. Let's see, look right in here, yep. Get them cleared out. No buddies. And we'll check our map. Yep, see the one, see how close those are? You can hit one then the other, but this doesn't always happen. They kind of spread out sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead and clear these guys out. Maybe we'll drop some items I could use. And my energy gain is good. See how well I'm keeping up? It's because I'm stealing from these guys. As we dwindle the enemies down, there's going to be less enemies to steal energy from, so yeah, now I'm running out. Okay, got an Apothecary's Injector. That's an interesting, like, heal set. So if you're trying to play a healer with some friends, that can be a fun way to build it. Because it gives all damage, and it gives some Blood of Drake and Word of Renewal. And this one, like, on attack, it sets off Empyrean's Touch, which is is it an AoE heal? Yeah, it's a 12 meter radius AoE heal. So that's kind of fun. Alright. We got another piece of Perdition set. Those seem good. Maybe I should make a lightning gunner. Just for, like, all the chain lightning stuff that exists with guns. That could be fun. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll put something together for that next time. Not next time, but, like, next major build I do. Ideally, I'd get this one to 100 and get it with its gear done before I abandoned it. I probably would see how far we can go in SR. Basically go until we die or something like that. See how it holds up once it's finished. Good to test out a build, and this is in standard anyway, so it's not like I'm losing anything out of it, even though the goal was not to die, and we're still at 0 deaths. We're doing okay so far. Brawler's Gloves, Quarter of the Ancestor, that's not a bad belt, it's just got Vitality Resist though, so we'll have to kind of think on that. Take the medal just because. When I say I'm taking the medal, it's just because. It's because they take up almost no space in the inventory, and you can sell them, so it's something. Okay. This is all good, but yeah, those two totems are right next to each other. The other place that I like is Astrakarn Valley, right by where that shrine was that we picked up. I did put that point in, didn't I? Yeah. Alright, so right here, you can't see the one up the road, right? But you see this one. So this one and this one and up the road, they are all the same, so you're going to get one of those. So we'll go hit the one up here. These, the main thing to be careful in this area is these casters, they're healers. You don't want them healing big guys like this guy running up behind me. If there were a healer healing him, I would have a lot of trouble dealing with him. Just clear him out as you go. There is the one, like, mini boss that hangs out here. Regrathar, Rageblood. Alright, yeah, so that's the decision. Lightning Gunner, or... Yeah, Lightning Gunner, or the, Ring of Steel blade build. And that's a pretty good one. It's got a lot of cold damage, though. The Sky Effigy, it's got Storm Totem stuff on it. I might like to do something Storm Totem sometime. That's a trickier one, though. Because you just kind of have to wait for it to kill things. So it might be like a Shaman Demolitionist, be a gunner. We just hit this one. Remember the stone guys? They're going to throw those orbs at me. Try not to get stunned by them. Okay, totem's done. We're clearing things super fast now. Another Farmstead Liberator, Plagueborn Revolver, another Zul'Han's Battle Plate. Let's see, Wand, Claymore, Halberg. Nope. Wormmaul, Book, Bloodguards. Bloodguard's about the only thing viable out of that, and they are not good for us. So, We didn't get much out of that one except a bunch of experience. And I think this is as far as I got. Yeah, we're going to pop back to the portal. The rift, whatever you may call it. So we're going to go a little fast through this part if we can. There's going to be a ton of guys chasing us. It just is what it is. But you see this totem that was here last time, it's not there now. It's because the way that works is totems are in a group. Typically, there's 3 totems in a group. And you're going to find one of those 3 wherever they're set. Grim Tools shows you which totems are which groups if you look at the map, so you can like plan routes easily that way. There's a few that like are pretty natural to run. I will say most of the ones I do tend to hit a lot of animal enemies, so late game you're going to spawn Chupacabra, the Nemesis boss, quite often. So I'm respected with Kymon's chosen now just from killing these dudes. And one of the quests they want us to do is go down and kill the Necromancers. I don't want to do that just yet.
That skill's not ready.
I think I want to head through here and get the point for Fort Icon. But I may want to go that way to, show you where it's at. It is a place that both Necromancers and Kymon's chosen group go to. Just realized I upgraded Twin Fangs and haven't been using it very often. You see how well that skill spreads. It's very nice. Hey man, how you doing? Will you be alright? Yeah? Okay. See you later. Alright. That's one of the leech guys from like early in the game. Put that on. Get closer. They probably resist vitality a bit. But those guys are a little annoying to try to get through. Okay, so this armor has a good bit of Pierce and Chaos, which is nice. Okay, it's the same type of armor we're wearing, but it also has Sky Fragment on there, which is a bit interesting. I'll pick that up. It's kind of a rare thing to pop up on that particular armor. Alright, we've got to clear the whip zone here. Okay, the guy with the heal there, he's one of the Black Legion dudes. So if he's on our side, he's actually giving us a little heal aura. And you should be able to clear this portal very quickly. These guys slow you down because they put that aura that doesn't let them take damage. Flesh Warp Cask here. That's okay, but my helmet is much better. This caster chest converts Vitality Elemental. We don't want that. I saw the cast speed on it. I was like, ooh, that's nice. But no, we don't want that. Converting away from your main damage type is a bad idea. Although that won't hurt us very much now that I think of it. It will convert the base Vitality of the skill. Yeah, so well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Because the physical and the cold are converted. Yeah, it does have base vitality. That would get converted away because nothing inherent to the skill is converting that. Because it doesn't need to, it's already vitality. So we want to be careful with any items that convert vitality away.
Good. You
from
can trade. Precisely.
From vitality. Alright, we're talking to them. They want us to go down and take out a guy who betrayed them, more or less. He betrayed them because Ethereal's got up in his head. We're selling this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this. Core of the Ancestors, about the only thing I wanted to keep. These two are the same set. You might want to keep those because it's a good little set. And yep, these Marks of Illusion are nice too for elemental builds. Life Moon Band, I don't think I looked at this last time, but it just doesn't have enough. Has a lot of health, that's about it. And I think I'd considered those, but in the meantime, let's sell all this. Alright. Oh, these two. But yeah,
Iron well
done there.
spent.
We're gonna go take care of Lucius. Lucius? Yeah, that's good enough. That sounds like how it's nice routes. So the funny thing about Bone Harvest is it would be doing a lot more damage right now. It would have a cooldown, so I couldn't just fire it as I wanted to. So I kind of like it as it is. Now, late game may matter more when enemies have a lot more hit points. Right now, I'm just crushing everything, and it's not even maxed out yet. Couple casts gets through that. Let's see. Revolver. Yeah, I think Lightning Gunner might be a lot of fun. Because there's a few guns like the Exonerator late game that has like, I think it's either on crit or hit. It's Chain Lightning, and then there's the Witch Rings that also do Chain Lightning, and you can dual wield the guns. It would be an interesting build. I don't know if any sets would support it properly. I'd have to look around on that. But there's also gloves that'll add some Chain Lightning. That shoulders is kind of interesting. Pierce Cold Lightning. It's not that good. Spectral Wrath, is that anything I use? It is, so. And Aether gets converted to physical. I don't really care about Aether. I don't know about that. One of these would be nice, but it's not anything that's going to help us. We're going to skip all that. Around the corner here is a wall you can break. There's a couple chests in here. And I'll chase you in here. So, this is a Reflect guy. His Reflector is about to go down now. And I'm stealing enough that it's not bothering me. It's more interrupting my lifesteal rather than causing me harm. Okay, so it looks like we're definitely going to get this done. I might get out to Necropolis a little bit. Let's see, we need to go back and do the quest. I do want more devotion shrines, because one of the devotion shrines, one of the devotion buildings I am in line to get is going to help with resistances. I just have to figure out how I'm going to use that best. It works really good on Ill Omen, but then what about Twin Fangs? Although I did want to get rid of Twin Fangs. I'm not keeping that long term. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I just switch to that. Because the thing is, I have to get this next devotion, and then these devotions are going to kind of support themselves. That's kind of the plan here. So just to point that out. So I got 8 points, which allowed me to get this. Now this will give me a point of red and a point of blue, so I can sell these two back as soon as it's done. So I'll have 2 points. And I do want to get rid of this, but I don't recall exactly what I need for it. The problem is I got to get the 2 red from somewhere else. And I can't recall exactly where I was going to get that, too. I'd have to go back to my devotion and check that out. It's not this. It's not Jackal. It wasn't Mantis. No, I don't think so. Oh well. We'll get around to it. But yeah, I don't think I was keeping Twin Fangs long term. It's fine for the other game. It helps with little bursts of damage and healing, but it's not anything truly crazy. It does benefit from our abilities, and I believe it has weapon damage as part of it. But creating the little skeletons that'll reduce resistances, I think, will go a lot further. And we're eventually heading for... Oh, who's shooting me? Oh, nope, it's just damage over time. We're eventually heading for Ratash down here. And I might be picking up some of this along the way. I know I need purple. Oh, it's Chariot of the Dead. Chariot of the Dead gives our two red and two greens. And when we finish Chariot of the Dead, we can get rid of Bat. But we're going to need 5 green to do it, which we're at 3 green right now. So we got to get 2 more from somewhere. But I was taking something else in here to assist with that. Long story short, it wasn't a big deal. It's all gonna get handled. Any long-term worry I have is mostly, is my energy going to keep up? On one hand, I don't think it's going to keep up very well, especially as my cast speed goes up there and I have to fight bosses and such. But on the other hand, I'm going to have a higher energy pool, and some of the devotions I get later do help with energy, but we'll see. They both help with energy and also reducing costs. Reducing costs further is helpful. Like with a build like this, if you could reduce your bone harvest cost another 30%, it'd be massive, because you're already getting 40% off. So that's a full 70% reduction, the way it all works out. Because all those reductions are additive. So we're at the end. And I did get the supplies, so good. And here's this guy. Now, this build, we do not want to just stand in this stuff, especially since our Aether is not maxed. Yeah, see how much damage he does? But we do a lot of damage too, so just don't stand in this stuff. Just blink him if you can. Stay out of that. Yep. He went red and dropped meteors everywhere. Make sure you hit him with that. If you're going to take damage, at least reflect it back to him. Yep. So we can stay pretty well away from him. Reduces resist and just kill him. It's not that hard. They drop this Warped Lucius Blade Armor Celerity. I don't know Celerity. Celerity. Sorry. Celerity really does too much for you on this. You probably want attack speed more. It's got some weird bonuses. It always comes with Airstrike. This can possibly have 2 triggered abilities on it. So that's kind of nice, but don't know what to do. There's another Perdition set. So what I was thinking about sets is you'll find them. Perdition's a really easy one to find, in my opinion. Alright. Nope. That helps us. Any other items, weapons, gear? Nope. Alright. Onward. Now we're going to blow the wall here. I'm going to go ahead and continue forward. I'm going to go ahead and get to the Necropolis. This area is sort of a filler area. There's at least one zone in it that matters for the quest. The rest is just you're just traveling through it. There are landmines on the ground. You'll see them up ahead. They are indestructible unless you walk over them. Then they explode. You do a bunch of fire damage. Enemies also can walk over them though, so they're bad for everybody. There's a lot of enemies here. See? A bunch of those? Let me show you. Yeah, those hurt a lot, don't they? They burn me a bunch. They're just not fun. But you can jump over them. It's just if you walk over them, they get triggered. Black Legion can handle their own. I'll just let them do their thing. And we want to kind of cut through, I would call it north, mostly. Here. We're going to start seeing a new enemy in this area. You might have seen it before, though, in the conflagration. We did do conflagration, right? Did I get the devotion shrine out there? I'll have to check. But these obelisks, they have a second phase. They're fairly annoying. They do good damage. And they summon a bunch of guys. Let me check. Some conflagration. We did get it. Okay. Any other recent devotion point? Nope. Alright, onward. we're just kind of cutting through here. Just knock out anyone in your way. Feel free to down the obelisk as you go. Just remember they got 2 phases, so he's going to get back up and fight. That reduction to resist has been helping. You can tell how much easier it is to punch through things. We are gaining levels as we go through. We are kind of strongest when we're against a bunch of enemies because we're going to lifesteal a bunch. I picked up those Shadow Weave leggings. There's usually a group over here too. Crazy. But I like to see if these guys drop any good helmets or anything. They often drop helmets and armor. Alright, so we made it to the Necropolis Rift. So we're going to go through the Necropolis. So we're basically getting toward the end of the normal game content. Not saying this is all the normal game content, but there's more stuff like the key dungeons and such. But this is the kind of the main story content we're getting the end of, which will lead us into the Mammoth expansion next. So we're gonna get through here. Haven't done my level yet. This has been paying off, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 1 here. Pop this. The reborn guy, he comes back to life, but it didn't help him. Spirit Crusher is a one-handed mace. I kind of wish we could use that. There's a ring that I want later that has the, I believe it has the Crest Resolve debuff on it. And this has attack speed, cast speed, and Doom Bolt. That'd be super nice if we could use it, but it doesn't have any resists. Resists are king right now. Like, my weapons are giving me all the damage, and that's about all the damage I need. So the Aether Crystals, they don't take much vitality damage. We're going to have to get closer to them. Maybe even curse them. That one blew up because I got all my resist on it. Okay, sometimes you can go past that. I had the wrong angle. It's weird. It's like sometimes you can jump over walls. Yeah. And 2, 1. And then sometimes you can't. Oh, that time it let me. Alright. That was pretty funny. Trying to kill these crystals while I can. This guy here, he is surrounded by crystals. You may want to get up close to him so you can debuff him. This build can afford to get a little closer to things. I will increase the Aura's AoE at some point. It is not a big priority. It needs to be just big enough. Test it on totems and see if it's at a good range. That way you just get an idea of how big it is. Oh, sorry, not totems. Test it on the dummies in town. Just make sure it feels good. Alright. Still prefer that Necromancer amulet. 8% resistance reduction is okay, not amazing by any means. Okay. Another flame brand. I feel like we got one earlier. I believe that was the last playthrough. Okay, you can die. Alright, so leave a portal here. We do want to go in the crypt there. There's a devotion shrine here, but there's one out this way too. And there's a portal that's going to get you in the next area. So I would just go ahead and go this way. You can see the devotion shrine there. Pick up some notes. That's a codex. Codex are off hands, so we're using two sides. I guess. Alright. Pop this. There's always a couple star thieves that come out. New bosses here. They're at a weird angle. He's not bothered by vitality very much, but I'm still getting them because of my ability to reduce resist now. So codex, a revolver, the diadem. That's a helm I don't need. Alright. pop our devotion shrine into here. Big boost of vitality damage and lifesteal and health. Very nice boost there. And we're going to keep going this way as much as we can. Haven't checked our damage lately. 23,000 DPS. As you can tell, this is plenty of damage for this point in the game. We probably could get away with 10,000 DPS without any issue. Here's some books about the Necropolis. Fun to read to see why they built this crazy place.
I can't do that yet.
Tearing them up. Go here. And just wipe this out.
That skill's not ready.
Oops. Alright, there we go. Get my bearings for a second. Alright, that's all cleared out. And if you'd like... Okay, Pierce, Fatality, Bleeding. Interesting. Fire, Cold, Bleeding. Again, the elemental resist. I'm not too impressed with singular ones. If you had just pure elemental, that's way better because it can fill all three at once. But sometimes there are exceptions.
Good work down there. We cannot simply march off great
So I
thinking.
secured that. I'll meet them. And I gave him the supplies. I like to give him the Black Legion because of... I should have done this earlier. I like to give the supplies to the Black Legion because Homestead Experience is so much easier to get than Black Legion. So, Black Legion, we are friendly, but it's going to take a while to get to Respected. I think we can use... You can't even use the bounty table at Respected, can you? Oh no, you can use it earlier. Okay. And Homestead, we're already Respected with Homestead, but, like, you get this from killing beasts. Like, and beasts are everywhere. Like, Ugdenbog is mostly beasts. Alright, talk to her.
What a curiosity.
I'll be nice to her. And I can't help you right now. Sorry. I don't really like doing her quests anymore. I think I did them the first time around, so feel free to do them if you want to. They do take you to a new area with a devotion shrine, so maybe we'll do the first one. I'm not real keen on the second one, though. But the first one's okay. Alright, so we gotta pop back to Necropolis, right here. We just opened this up. Talk to Ulgrim.
Took you long enough. The cult of Chthon is too numerous for us to take them head on. It appears that the ritual is being...
Gotta get their blood dragons. Now remember, I put this portal back here. And that's so we can pop in here. I think I'm going to save the Logarian for next episode. I may try to go do the Kymon quest, though. Just because there's another devotion shrine in there. So, it might be good to get. This place, I like to stick to kind of heading left. There's just a lot of guys. A lot of big ghosts. But our damage type's not too bad for them. I think the other guys do resist our damage a little bit, but not enough. Because I think they do vitality damage. Yes, ghosts are going to pop up behind you. Just clear them out as you go. And don't stand in the red trees. Get the components. They'll drop decent ones. We're just clearing through. And then when we can, heading around. We're kind of in like, I kind of consider this like the back of the area. But there's a shrine here for a totem. Now this totem, it is a ancient spirit totem. So it can be dangerous, especially if you get a reflect boss. These guys, we want to clear these pretty quick. So keep up with them. tank a little bit if you have to. Get out of there. Don't let yourself get bursted. We got through it. Mediator is a magma orb gun. Yep. Bloodbath links. Very good bleed item early on if you're doing some type of bleeding build. Nope, nothing else we want. I check these quick because I'm used to them. Feel free to slow things down when I'm looking at items so you can get an idea of what I consider good and bad. But early game, it's resists rather than anything. Late game, I might not scrutinize anything unless it is a direct upgrade, like legendary or something like that. Alright. Necromancer 1-2. And we got the 1 point. Put it here. We're going to get our resistance reductions up. These things are beginning to resist more. Just grab everything here. I'm just bleeding in that belt. So you may be looking at the items like, okay, you look stuck. You look like you can't get any new items. Well, I'm being really choosy. If you find a few items that have good resists and save them until you have ones that complement each other, such that you can change like 3 or 4 pieces of gear at once because it still keeps your resists up, you can get away with that. When you're later in the game and you got access to components, like there's plenty of components I'm not even building. And that's more of because I know someone new's not going to have access to those components right now. They won't until they get some faction experience completed. But I am just rolling through to get what I can. I thought I saw something on the wall there. I did. No, don't do that. Okay, so it started talking to that. Be careful about that. Put this on him. He did pretty good damage to me. If you resist what I'm doing. Make sure you keep hunting down. Alright, Mark of Pelagius here is also a good one that has a good bit of chaos and vitality resist. It also gives some bonuses to Harbinger of Souls. Harbinger of Souls is this... Wait. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, that's the final one I'm going for. So I could take this and use it to replace the Pneumatic Burst amulet. It's kind of... This one's probably better. Maybe. But, like, how much is hard to say. It does add bonuses to Harbinger of Souls. I'm going to take it. I'll keep a hold of it. 33 Chaos is pretty nice. And there's that. So I don't really know which one's going to be best right now. I know which one I can really put to use right now is this one. I can have that up all the time. And I don't have Harbingers of Souls yet, so it's not such a big deal. But it might be good to hold on to it. You might get an especially good one. If you do, awesome. Alright, and next point is Aether and attack speed. Aether doesn't do much for me, because that node's kind of a split between Aether and Vitality, but the cast speed is nice, so nothing wrong with the cast speed. That's still a damage boost for me, just not as much as it might be for others. Okay, we're done down here. I got a little time. Let's go get the Kymon quest knocked out. So we're going to go back to Fort Icon, and we're going to go backwards. Alright, on we go. Use your movement skills, help you go a little faster. Do not jump into terrain like I did. Not a perfect player, just, you know, fair to middling.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, no. But you're going to kind of wing on back here and go through this. They're back here fighting. So introduce yourself. Move on in. Now this place does have a devotion shrine. It's very similar to the one out at Necropolis in kind of layout with similar enemies, but we got to get through this stuff. I think I'm going to go a little quick here. I don't really want to fight every single little guy. I'll just throw a burst here and there, especially with heavier enemies. And they can have the healers, like the undead healers in here. And this is a decent place to farm for experience for Kymon if you want. There's a couple little nooks that have items and such on them. If you go the other, if you go the other route, this is a decent little place to farm for the other group as well. You should be killing Kymon guys instead. The interesting thing is the items that get dropped are good for like the other faction, so it kind of encourages you to make characters like otherwise. So more of these guys, they're not fun. But I do plenty of damage now. That guy I don't want to stand near. For two reasons. You see that fire aura around him? Yeah, that's actually a fire aura. That will do damage to me. Oh, they hit me hard. Okay. But you can see that I'm now a bit more tanky. It's because I got damage plus a bunch of lifesteal. There's another chest guard of perdition. Funny. Let's see if there's anything. Hauberk, scepter's not going to work. Leggings, maybe? Nope. Shoulder guards? Nope. Alright. We may have to look further at some of the items that we picked up to see if we want to work those in somehow.
That skill's not ready.
It might be a minute before we do that, though. I'll just have to do these guys. I want to get to the door. So there's a healer there who's in yellow. They like summon some guys, but they also don't summon some guys. There's just some undead in here. I have some bonuses against undead, so I don't really have trouble with these guys now. This I'm just clearing because they're in my way. And because there's a lot of guys in there. Oh, I went the wrong way. But the right way at the same time. Alright. Go down to level 2. Now we're gonna have some Kymon guys helping me out here. Just get through this. Another ring that has Aether Resistance and Bone Harvest, but that's it. Like the Bone Harvest rings, if you want, you can try to forego a little bit of resist. Don't go too low. A little bit of resist and get more Bone Harvest. Try to clear things faster. It's up to you on that. I feel like the energy expenditure is too much, and it just would be out of energy all the time. And I just don't know if that is actually faster than if you're having to wait around or wait on potions. It's not going to speed things up. Like right now, I'm trucking along just fine through things. I can still wipe out guys in the room if I want. I dropped a Death Watcher's Pendant. That is something to kind of keep an eye out for. Oh, go away. Alright, so this has no resist. We'll pick it up to sell it, but I don't want it. Do you have to bust through this wall? Get over here? Hello, dude? Oh, you could just come down the hallway, I guess. Alright, main guy we gotta fight's in there. But if you want to get the devotion point, hit this lever. Wall will open and you can go in there. I'm gonna go fight the boss and then come back to the devotion point. Go ahead and tank him a little bit. He does freeze a lot. He will set up these crystals and this aura, but you can see we didn't really have trouble with him. Get up the ashes. This sword here, if you want it, take it. This one's kind of in the middle. It's got some good bonuses if you're dual wielding. And that door will kick you right back out. I didn't even check this berserking, so got some attack speed there. Bust through the walls. Yeah, that was a normal attack I used to attack the wall. It goes like this. This zone, I think you want to head more this way, if I recall. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know if you saw, I popped most of my buffs as he came in on me, because I knew I wasn't going to be going anywhere. I was kind of forced to face tank that. I wouldn't normally want to. Now, if I wasn't one-shotting everything, for the most part, I would say pay attention to how many things are getting, like, confused as we go. Because that's going to keep some little enemies off of me. But in general, like, enemies late game aren't going to be bothered by confusion. There might be some exceptions. This guy certainly isn't. So, go face tank mode on him. Just pop everything you have. Keep his resist down. He is obviously very resistant to vitality. Don't stand in that.
That skill's not ready.
So it's good I raised my vitality resist reduction because he's not taking much vitality. But I will eventually get him. If you can beat on me, that's fine. Keep his resist down. I shouldn't have stood in that. I saw him do it. I just stood there. He's going to do it again. He does we're going to run. There it is.
Can't do that.
This is the first guy that's actually run my defenses down a little bit, and that's because we don't have our full vitality stripping abilities. He drops this, Mark of Necrothan. Notice it has a ton of chaos resist and some aether resist. It's a good little metal. It doesn't boost anything we do, but it's really not bad. That is a plate mail belt, has elemental and bleeding. Not really useful, and that just has sky fragment. So we have to use an ancient heart for this, so be careful. I've got 5, so it's fine. But be careful, you might need that to make components. Not components, you might need it to make like a relic, for instance. Because high-end relics usually cost that. I mean, at this point, you're going to be able to make a level 35. It's more likely to cost something like that. Okay. We're basically done in here. I'm heading for the door because I didn't go upstairs yet. Alright, we've got 5 dynamites. We're going to pop this. I like to try to keep 3 around. That's a bone harvest metal. Bone harvest is just everywhere. They want you to use the skill. But it's really good, so like, how could you not? So you're gonna get like a little hemmed in there. That's why we have the skills, so we can move past things, jump past them. Those would have helped more in the fight with Ilgor had I had that. But now we're pretty well set up. Now we're back out of here. We'll go through the door in the back. You can just warp out of here too, but the door in the back will bring you back out to the whole place. And we're going to go turn this in. And I think next time we're going to go after the Logorian. For sure. Maybe get into the expansion content a little bit. We're going to do a quick little check here for anything else we may need. And double check items that we got. I really wish I could use one of those +1 necromancer amulets. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, we just got something from a shrine. Oh, it was probably the strong box that we blew up. Because those can drop from the strong boxes. Ugden blooms are good. We're gonna need them later. There we go. He gives me Torment. Lovely. That'd be great, but I don't want to use Torment. Alright, well, it's on our side. I don't care. Okay, now he wants me to say Bane Gargoth. Probably will not do that. Not right now. Alright, so checking factions is a good idea. Outcast is just going to scale up as we kill Chaos or Ethereals. We're going to be killing them all the time, so it's fine. Black Legion is going to take a long time to raise. Killing Algorian, I think, will get us to Respected. We're only 1,000 away, so I think that works out. Rovers is just beasts. We're going to get them to Honored probably reasonably quickly. Kymon's Chosen or Respected. Homestead Respected. Devil's Crossing Respected. So a lot of these are just kind of sitting there. The cults, we just got the bonuses from the first set. That's all you really need to worry about. This stuff comes up later. Don't really need it right now. But in the meantime, are there any armors that we want to go to? This would offer us more chaos resist and we lose elemental. That might be worthwhile since we're getting a bunch of stats from it, so that's tricky to give up. But it's really not the worst. See, we don't really get anything. I already have that unlocked. So we don't lose too much Pierce at once. We're going to be losing 20% Pierce from that. We don't need to be overcapped on resist just yet, so we're kind of okay there. I can lose the bleeding to have some more Bone Harvest. That seems worthwhile, and that'll give me some health back. This would be nice, but we don't have what we need for it yet. This one just gives us Vitality. That's one of our highest resists. And we lose Piercing, Poison, Elemental for it. I don't really think it's worth it. And this just gives us Aether. Our current gloves don't have much Aether. So the choice is, like, we can go with something like this, but we're going to have to get more Pierce Resist if we do it. So gotta be mindful about that. So I've got 3 pieces of the 5-piece Perdition set here, so that's how easy that is to get. I'm not even trying to get it. And these pants have Pierce, Vitality, and Bleeding, but we lose Aether and Elemental. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to swap armor, get a little bit more Chaos Resist. I'm going to swap boots, but I got to fix my Acid Resist now. More stuff to sell. Got stuff over here. I've got these gloves. Should I do that? I lose 11% Aether and Pierce, but I get Poison, Lightning, and Chaos. It's kind of either or. I don't like losing 300 hit points, though. It's going to be more like probably closer to 500 that I lose. I've got 31 stat points. Probably should start spending them somewhere. With Vitality, Spirit's going to be giving us damage for that, but we weirdly went Cunning and we went Physique as well, but I am not sure where to put points at the moment. Let's add 5 to each. Why not? Why not? Why not just give us a little boost there? Alright. Here, we're just going to do one more cleanup thing, which is get an acid component back on our, was it our boots? Yeah. And we might want to consider an armor absorption component on our armor. That's at least an easy one to do.
Need something broken down?
You know what? I don't need these boots. The add-on, pop that here. Alright, so resistances are back okay. Aether's nearly maxed now. Chaos is doing a lot better. Just wondering if we should try to get more Chaos at this point. Kind of tricky. So I don't have a good way to do it. This would be fine if I had Harbinger of Souls, which I don't. I'm going to have it very soon, so I'm going to do 2 points in track per level and 1 point into something else, so in 2 levels I'll have Harbinger of Souls, so we're pretty close.
See anything you like?
And we're going to get rid of, I want to keep the Open Blue, but I don't need this ring, this, I don't need that, or these. Pierce Vitality. That's so tempting, but I don't really get much else out of it. Now, you should look at the Perdition armor, see which one you want to keep. I don't really want to keep either, so here we are. This we can sell. Alright, we'll do that. I'm keeping my components in here. Just hold on to them. I don't know if I'm going to use the Royal Jelly Bomb. Let's get rid of that. Sword's fun. I'll keep it around for now. Alright. The acid's taken care of. Belt's okay. Gives drain essence. This doesn't really help us. And our Bone Harvest is up in damage. 14,000 on the sheet. Nearly 6 to 7,000 damage. Very close to 6. If we buff it, we're going up to 28,000 DPS with 12,000, 13,000. Now we drop meteors on stuff occasionally. So that's fun. Alright, we are going to stop there. I'm going to hop back to Fort Icon just to, give a different place for us starting out. And the next time we start, we're going to go and take out a Chaos Demigod. Sure, why not? Take him out and move into the Mammoth expansion. And if we can get anything to help us along in the meantime to kind of shore up our resists, that'll work. Really, Devil's Crossing would be nice if we could get to the 50 components. But I think you have to be honored before you get to those augments, and they're just going to take too long to get to that point. Even if we gained a whole bunch, it just takes too long. Alright, we're going to call it there, and thank you so much for joining me today. We are along our way, heading through the game, leveling up. We're going to have Harbinger of Souls probably by the next video, and that'll give us a bunch of very nice stats to use, and then from there we'll be done with this track. We should be done with the Nightblade track. All points go into fun skills after that. So first priorities are getting our health up and offensive ability, so this is a good one. This is also good. Getting into Shadow Dance, raising Anatomy and Murder, because that gives vitality damage and cunning, which can be helpful. Raising this aura and also our resist stripping abilities. We may take Siphon Souls. The reduction of offensive ability is just a nice defensive stat, and it's stealing health and reducing regeneration is just a nice bonus, even if it doesn't do very much damage. And that should kind of take care of what we need from there. We may take a movement skill too. We'll have some more flexibility once we finish out the class tracks that we're going for. But again, thanks so much for joining. I hope you have a great day, and take care.